Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching, and thanks for joining me on Stocks on Sunday show. And of course, the title of my show today, Stocks on Sunday, is this has never happened before. And if you think you know what I'm going to say, you're going to be partially right, but there's more. Wait, there's more, and a whole bunch more. Plus, we're going to look at the charts, some trade setups. And of course, before we do all of that, smash the like button. This does help this channel get out to more people, and does, of course, help support the channel, as does your wonderful comments that you take the time to write. I take the time to read them and respond. So let's jump to the news and the main event, which is Moody's cut US debt. But let's not forget, others have already done this. Not a huge shock. And don't forget the day that Lehman Brothers went under. Moody's had it at rated A, triple A, I think it was, a double A or triple A. So Moody's, for the first time, this has never happened before, has downgraded the US credit rating. But just remember, the experts don't always get it right. Michael Burry, star of The Big Short, came to fame through that famous trade and the movie of the same name, told everybody to sell back in the 31st of January 2023, and the market pumped 50% afterwards. And of course, he's gone and sold all of his holdings except for Estee Lauder, because makeup is recession proof there. Now let's look at a couple of times that this happened before, because it's not the first time that the US has been downgraded. First time it happened was in 2011. It was down just under 7% the next day. And in 2023, it was down just under 2% the next day. But Moody has never downgraded the US. That was other companies. There it was, the Fitch in 2023. And then, of course, there we see it here, that we see debt downgrades. And there you see the same information there as well. So very, very interesting. Triple A down to double A there. So we are expecting, that there could be a little bit of a drop-off there, and you can just see how different people are reacting, and the market is already a bit down on Friday. It was interesting, though. I do like this post here. Moody's, the agency that had Lehman rated AAA 2 days before they filed for bankruptcy. So and the timing of it was quite crazy. Institutions missed this entire rally. They're going to get their discount one way or the other, because all the experts got it wrong. All the experts got it wrong. All the so-called experts got it wrong there. And, of course, the timing of it at 4:40 p.m. on a Friday, my goodness, it feels very much manipulated, in my opinion there. And, of course, many are caught offsides, long on this news that came out of nowhere, could exacerbate the move on Monday. So a bit of peak FUD there. And then Income Shark says there's a higher chance of this being a bigger Black Monday than when we bounced at the lows, when everyone was screaming for one. One simple reason: the put-call ratio, second lowest it's already been. One time lower was February 20th, which was the day we started the correction. So some are feeling that it could be a little bit bearish. And then just one more here that have never happened before is that 2 of the last 3 weeks, we saw all 5 days higher for the S&P 500. That's never happened before. So a couple of things that have never happened before. Let me know if you know of something that's happened in this last week of trading that has never happened before. And so let's have a quick look over at the S&P 500 and see what we can see here. Now, of course, a 5% drop, depending on where you take it from, but let's just take it from the Friday close, and a 5% drop would actually bring us down to around the 200 EMA on the daily at about 563. That wouldn't be such a bad correction. That would fill the gap there that we have, and then obviously we're also creating a higher low. And there's nothing wrong with a healthy pullback. Markets can't just keep going up forever, just creating a higher low. Now, if it's a little bit of a smaller pullback here, maybe we see something more around that 2 to 3% level, that could bring us back to the 200-day moving average at around 573. Again, a very nice, healthy pullback. And if we were to create some kind of a higher low, that could create a great opportunity to get in on a trade, especially if we could even come back. Now, I wouldn't want to see this level lost here at 556, because then we would be creating a lower low there. But we could come around here and maybe create a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders there, left shoulder, head, and right shoulder over there. Now, we haven't had a sell signal yet for the S&P 500. That could appear come Monday morning. We did have the buy signal accurately give us a great entry down here at around the high 400s, and that was an absolutely fantastic entry, and there hasn't been any sell signal as of yet. So we'll just have to wait for that one there to see if we're going to get any kind of indication that it's time to exit positions. Of course, I will keep everyone updated in the Discord when I give my Monday morning market update and I give my trade signals. And some of the trade signals that we had, of course, the Coinbase trade absolutely slayed, as my kids would say, or cooked. It was cooking. And you can see that I gave this trade originally on the 13th of May, an entry of $22 and had a technical target of 31. I did exit that position at twice. Once at $27 or so, I think, and then it came back and I was able to get in again down here, as you can see, $24, $25, and then took profit out at 27. I do have a Coinbase position, so I'm not completely out of the trade. There's Coinbase. We do have a sell signal for coin long, and that's why I got out of the position at 27. Right around here, sell signal came in, and I alerted that in the Discord. We do have a trading signals area here. We've got where people have been posting the wins, which I think is wonderful to see all these wins. Max gains, aptly named, gaining a good trade there. But we've got a trading signals channel where I see it put sell signals and buy signals. If you don't have time to trade or read the charts or download TradingView, you can just simply follow my trading signals here. I'll post when I'm buying and when I'm selling and what the price is, and you can just simply follow those, and those have fired off some fantastic signals, including the coin long signal that we got in at 22, rode it up to around 27 here. That was the first trade. And the second trade that we got in here at 24 and rode that up to 27. And we got the signal to exit the position entirely. And that's exactly what I did. And I updated the Discord with the sell signal under the trading signals channel there. Now, of course, I still have my Coinbase position here, as you can see, that also had the sell signal on the daily time frame, but Coinbase is actually under my weekly time frame portfolio, and the buy signal for that came in here around $174, and we haven't got a sell signal there yet for the Coinbase trade. And so if you would like to have access to all my trading signals, you can get started in the Discord. There is a link below in the description where you may need to click more, and that will pop out the description. The top link there, the Tribal Trades Discord, one Discord to rule them all. And there you can get signed up there. I share trade analysis, trading signals, and resources, my trade setups, education, of course, and entertainment, because this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? And of course, if we do get a sell signal come on the weekly time frame for Coinbase, I will likely exit the position there. I do take other things also into consideration. I don't just solely go off those buy and those sell signals. As with the SPY, we have a warning signal, which is the kind of light purple there, a warning signal, but we do not have a sell signal there on the weekly time frame either for the SPY. So coin long, that has been a fantastic trade that has played. Like I said, we had the sell signal there. We may get another bite there, and obviously we will find out a little bit more. I do feel even with the Sunday night futures opening could give us a bit of an indication how people are feeling initially, but that may not always translate to the Monday pre-market or the Monday open. It'll be interesting how that plays out. But I'm taking a more balanced. There are some people calling for a big Black Monday sell-off, and then some are even saying that they think the market might pump. If we look at history, we can see that there generally has been a little bit of a sell-off, somewhere between 2 and 7%. And like I said, that would take us into areas that I feel would be healthy pullbacks, even a retest of this area here. You can see this was the area that we broke down from over here around 576. And of course, we broke above that and have been taking off, seemingly going to make a new all-time high. And this might be interrupted a tad, like I said, ideally to come back to the 200-day moving average there, find some support, or the 20 MA there on the daily time frame, sitting there around 567. Of course, the 50-week moving average is at 570. So those are probably four really good levels there. 573, the 200-day moving average, the 50-week moving average sitting at 569, then 567 and 563 there, the 200 EMA on the daily. Of course, coming all the way back to the 50-day moving average would be a little bit of an extreme pullback. It would mean that we would be creating a little bit of a lower low, but it also could mean that we create that big inverse head and shoulders there, the left shoulder head and the right shoulder there as well. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to be giving more updates in the Discord come Monday morning at pre-market and market open as well. And that's all we have time for today. I do appreciate you tuning in. And of course, until the next episode, or until I see you in the Discord, happy trading.